China's leading entertainment corporation, Huayi Brothers, has disclosed in a notice that it was trying to get through a challenging period and that employees were being let go. The Chinese film studio issued a notice on October 28th, but it was not until November 16th that it caught mainland media's attention. As Beijing Business Daily reported, Huayi Brothers admitted in the notice that it had suffered slow growth, or even negative growth, for several consecutive fiscal years. As a result, the group has tried to cut back unimportant spending, but significant operational hurdles remain. As a result, it had no choice but to further cut back on hiring. The company was candid that its financial losses are due to the pandemic and the country's economic slowdown. According to the outlet, Huayi's operating income was $51.3 million, or 366 million yuan, in the first 3 quarters of 2022, down almost 62% year-on-year. Its crisis appears to have begun in 2018, and up to 2021, Fast Technology believes it accumulated losses of around $883 million. Last year, Caixin.com reported that Wang Zhonglei, one of its co-founders, was selling 43% of his stake in the firm. This August, internet giant Tencent slashed its holding to 5% from 8%. China's film industry is among the casualties caused by the Chinese Communist Party's hardline zero-COVID policies. With constant lockdowns and social distancing, cinemas and the scheduling of new films have been significantly hampered. According to Beijing Business Daily, China's annual box office nosedived from more than $8.41 billion in 2019 to $2.8 billion in 2020. Although the figure reached over $6.5 billion, it still hasn't fully recovered from its initial state of development. The national movie box office has not yet surpassed $4.2 billion this year.
G20 峰会期间，中国国家主席习近平对加拿大总理杜鲁道抱怨的画面曝光，引起国际社会关注。但中国大陆媒体及各大社交媒体平台集体晋升，并严厉审查与杜鲁道相关的内容，不但删除影片，连带有杜鲁道创造条件等词的网文也被删除。中共党媒周四再度刊发署名重音的文章称，抗疫斗争要算眼前账，更要算长远账。分析认为，该文是给清零政策定性，即习近平算的是长远账是正确的，不容置疑的。然而，中共在算政治账，本该由防疫专家来表态，却成了中共各级官员的政治表态，结果就是越民怨沸腾，升官越快。中国科技巨头华为公司创办人任正非曾表示，把活下来作为最主要纲领，边缘业务全线收缩和关闭，把寒气传递给每个人。如今，等待华为录取通知的应届毕业生们感到寒意袭来。11月16日开始，在麦麦、微博、小红书等社交平台上，不少用户爆料，华为公司暂缓2023届校园招聘，多个官方校招群迅速遭到解散。日本名导师之玉和与名编剧板垣裕二受邀来台出席金马影展大师讲堂，两人齐聚吃金州小菜，意外引发大陆微博网友讨论，直呼台湾观众好幸福，祝福台湾电影和金马奖。另外，中共抵制金马奖进入第4年，但今年算是大陆作品入围最多的一届。微博上也有人祝福入围金马奖最佳纪录片提名的《沉默呼吸》一举得奖。新唐亚太电视整理报道。
A Chinese business owner complained that he had to shut down his factory due to a lack of orders and strict COVID lockdowns, but the ultimate reason is that he sees no hope in the future. According to Financial Times, manufacturers in southern China are struggling to survive due to a lack of orders. In October, orders in many factories decreased by 50% on the back of full inventories in the United States and Europe. Many Chinese factory managers have been forced to lay off workers, cut wages, and even close factories. Jimmy is the manager of a factory in Guangdong province. He told the Times that he has paid off the employees and sold his machines after closing his factory doors for the last time in October. Now he is chasing down the money he is still owed. He explained, "The decline in orders and the constant lockdowns were all reasons why I wanted to close the factory." He added, "But most of all, it felt like there was no hope. There was no sign of a rebound." Christian Gassner is a business owner whose factories make furniture in Guangdong. He said that the last 2 months were supposed to be busy, but they were the worst so far. He said, "Nobody dares to buy anything, nobody dares to buy a sofa, nobody in Europe has money left." He added, "Everyone is crying about the same thing. Orders are dropping 30 to 50% in certain industries. Many people are closing their factories." Usually, October is a hectic period for Chinese factories, but the world's waning appetite for Chinese products had led to a sharp decline in manufacturing activity this year. This is another misfortune for Chinese authorities dealing with a series of setbacks, including a real estate crisis, repeated COVID lockdowns, and weak consumer sentiment. It also deepens that already gloomy outlook for the world's second-largest economy. China reported economic growth of just 3.9% in the third quarter, well below the 5.5% annual target. Alan Scanlon is a Hong Kong business executive who works in sourcing out of southern China. He says that after buyers overstocked for 2022, the slowdown was the inevitable consequence of the end of the e-commerce boom. For example, Nike said in September that its inventories in North America surged 65% at the end of the third quarter from a year earlier. Last week, Chinese government data showed that the country's exports fell 0.3% in October, representing a contraction for the first time since the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to economists, China's exports contracted due to the decline in orders and random lockdowns under the government's zero-COVID policy. In October, statistics data also showed that China's Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index slipped from 50.1 to 49.2. Gary Nung, an economist at Natixis in Hong Kong, said it is quite problematic for China because its domestic demand is affected by lockdowns while external demand becomes weaker. An official in Dongguan City, Guangdong Province, said that local governments had to pay for COVID tests, making it challenging to maintain subsidies to their manufacturers. The official said, "What are we supposed to do? Let the factories and local economy go dead and waste all income from citizens on the endless PCR tests?" The economic downturn has been taking a toll on the local job market. A Guangdong worker named Chen revealed that orders at his company, which supplies global supermarkets, had dropped 40% since April compared with the year earlier. His income also fell from 80,000 yuan last year to 50,000 yuan, or $6,900 this year, as his hours dried up. According to Financial Times, U.S.-China tensions and rising wages in China have also accelerated the shift of manufacturers out of China.
当地时间18号上午，应泰国总理夫人那拉蓬邀请，国家主席习近平夫人彭丽媛同参加亚太经合组织第29次领导人非正式会议的部分经济体领导人及代表的配偶，共同参观大城府国家艺术博物馆。彭丽媛抵达时，那拉蓬在博物馆门口热情迎接，并全程陪同参观。展厅内陈列着泰国王室重大庆典艺术品和泰国传统手工艺展。彭丽媛不时驻足听取讲解，称赞泰国手工艺人的工匠精神。当听说博物馆是根据施利吉王太后意愿建立，旨在传承发展泰国传统手工艺，帮助偏远地区贫困家庭自力更生时，彭丽媛表示赞赏，并说这和中国在老少边穷地区开展扶贫的理念很相近。在看到博物馆出售失学儿童通过王宫手工艺学校培训制作的作品时，彭丽媛欣然表示要购买一些，以支持泰国王室扶贫项目。一个莲花烛台吸引了彭丽媛的注意。彭丽媛说：“莲花出淤泥而不染，中国人爱莲，崇尚莲花蕴含的纯洁高贵的品质。”那拉蓬深表赞同，说莲花是泰国人礼佛的花。彭丽媛高兴地表示，这生动反映了中泰人民价值理念相近相通。参观过程中，彭丽媛同其他经济体领导人配偶亲切交流，合影留念。
美国期中选举经过1个多星期的计票，新科国会议员陆续出炉。加州第27选区共和党籍众议员加西亚在16号宣布获胜连任，意味着共和党在众议院的席次达到218席的过半门槛，取得控制权。众院共和党领袖麦卡锡在推特写道：“民主党一党统治的时代已经结束。”
We've got about 4 more seats out there possibly that we can win. On day 1, in this House, we will repeal 87,000 new IRS agents. Listening to the American public, you've got to make an economy that's strong. They're hurting because of inflation. We've got to cut back on this wasteful Washington spending.
美国新一届国会将在2023年1月3号上路，共和党计划推出一系列行动， 包括探究 COVID-19 中共病毒起源、监管边境危机以及增加美国国内能源生产等。
188 to 31 was the vote to make him the nominee for Speaker. But January 3rd, when the new Congress comes in, and there's a full vote on the floor of the U.S. House.
麦卡锡明年1月将有机会取代民主党籍的裴洛西成为下届议长。美国总统拜登也在推特祝贺麦卡锡，并表示准备与共和党人合作。
I'm prepared to work with my Republican colleagues. The American people have made clear, I think, that they expect Republicans to be prepared to work with me as well.
目前，根据各家媒体数据，众议院还有7个议员席位，结果未定；参议院则是确定由民主党拿下半数席位，但还有1席乔治亚州议员，结果未定。新唐人亚太电视林玉堂、张瑞珍综合报道。